potato. It's all the same.
You don't know what the fuck's
Tomato, tomato.
All right, now it's gonna be on
I
Twitter.
love that this thing when I blink it fucking blinks.
That's impressive. I'm surprised.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
Check that. Yep.
There it is.
we're live everywhere.
Yes, we are. Okay, let me pull up this coin.
I told you I'm going to be distracted for the next 45 minutes or so as my hockey team is in the playoffs and tied 4-4
Who's that?
going in. The Rangers.
They made it to the playoffs?
Yeah, man. First time in 4 or 5 years.
Nice.
Doesn't everybody make it to the playoffs? It's only like
Oh, man. I mean,
gentlemen.
it's like any
Wow.
professional sport. I think 6
Wow.
teams get in.
That's
We're
Sure.
starting off with Coco.
No, 6 teams.
Coco.
Well, I
Ding,
gotta.
ding, ding.
Damn it! I keep hitting the wrong button on
Órale.
Twitter here to share
Yeah, I
shit.
said, people, how you doing on Popcorn and Pints tonight? It's your boy, Sir Sturdy, Chris from Stories from a Bar, James, the hombre, and you, amigo, Sir Horse Damn Gamer Ever.
You didn't say that in Spanish.
Sturdy Bones. Forgot about Sturdy Bones, aka Bonesy, aka Senor Bonesy.
Que
I-
hace, Bonzi,
I have-
cousin.
I have a friend that calls me Bonesy.
Wow.
Do you get naked in front of this friend?
I was like,
Of
what?
course.
How
That's
did
how
you
I
learn
got the
that?
name.
Do I want to know?
How else do you get that nickname? Is there another way?
That's
I love
true.
his face.
Good point. Talking about your face, James. Be careful.
I know.
Alrighty then.
It's those white stripes are the cum gutters of the beard.
Wow.
That's
We're going there already.
They are.
facial,
Yeah,
that's the facial hair cum gutter.
that's what it is.
All right, before we get too crazy, what's everybody drinking tonight? And then we'll dive into these films and all that other fun shit.
I have some Patroon Island New England double IPA from Fort Orange Brewing. It's the last one I have, actually. Right out of Albany.
I got maple whiskey and I put it in Stewart's maple milk.
Shout out to you, Kyle and Sean
Yeah.
and Phil. My bad. Shout out to you three, our Canadian representatives. And I have some this right here is Dos Equis mixed with some blue curacao. You know, like the flavor stuff. It tastes pretty good.
Really?
Wow, I haven't had
Beer
Dos
mixed
Equis.
with something? Okay. Huh. I
Fresh
never had
Mixing,
one.
are you mixing beer and liquor?
That's what I'm saying. I'm
No,
like, it's confusing.
No, the I've done that before, but the blue curacao is like just like what you would mix with like a vodka drink. It's the sweet stuff.
Yeah, with a beer. That don't sound right.
Here we go.
It's good though.
Huh. All right.
It's good.
Okay.
I have my canteen of tequila.
There you go.
Oh shit.
We're gonna get fucked up tonight.
I was kind of banking on doing Coco second, so I'm a little.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I was banging on doing some coke.
I was
That's
like,
not-
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Wow.
ramp it up tonight.
That's where he finally admits it.
I've been saying at work since I have a guy coming to seal cracks in the basement. I'm like, I got to call my crack dealer.
Hell yeah. There you go.
That has caught some people's attention.
I bet it has.
Oh, man. Coco, huh?
Coco.
This
you know what-
is Disney, right? Or is it?
Yeah.
Disney Pixar.
Is it Disney Pixar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Early rating, no reason. Go ahead, Mr. Mexico.
I love this one, man. This one always gets a little bit of a tear jerk from me. You know what I mean? So this one gets an 8.
Not just a tear.
Gets a tear, and I use it to jerk.
Wow. Damn.
Somebody makes their own lubricant.
It's the
Oh,
tequila.
yeah.
I'm going 9. 9. This was Pixar knows how to pull at the heartstrings.
8.
Guess it's all up to me now, huh?
James and his cum gutters.
What's good, OG?
Ocho.
8. All right.
Wow.
OG
This
Cash,
was-
welcome to Popcorn and Pints for your first time here, sir.
This
But,
was
like Chris said, though, this is like Pixar and Disney. Like their animated stuff is always like golden. You know, it's like
It's like Pixar. I thought about, and I meant to look this up before we started. Like, I wonder what the worst rated Pixar movie is, because everyone I've seen, like, they know how to tell a story And the fact that it's animated and it's still tugging at your heartstrings and shit, I teared up at the end of this movie.
I
did.
said that in the chat. Who cried?
My eyes were getting watery. This is the first time I've seen this.
My black heart. I know it's my brain registered. I know it's sad, but I don't get choked up or cry. But I watched. I was like, they're all going to cry.
Well, James. I mean, James
He's
is the
broken.
most dead inside
Listen,
person I've ever met.
I've been hurt many times in my life. It just died up. It's stone fucking black rock.
What does it say? IFW that movie? What does that mean?
I
fuck with that movie.
Oh, okay, cool. Me too. Me too.
Like I.
No, I'm not saying it's the best one. Like, but it's not. They know they're doing it. It's
no.
so
Oh yeah, I'm with you guys, and I haven't seen a bad Pixar or Disney film. They know, like,
I'm gonna Google that now. What's worst rated?
At the very
Pixar
least, I feel like the ones that I've seen, at the very least, at worst, they're good. They're not even bad. They're not okay.
Yeah, exactly. They're like,
and then the ones that you really, really enjoy, they're like, holy shit, that's fucking awesome. They're fucking great.
Even the old school, man.
Oh,
like fucking
Lion King
and all that shit. Dumbo,
the original Lion King is my favorite fucking one. Love it.
Cars. Apparently, Cars 2 is the lowest rated Pixar.
I can see that. Wait a minute. No, it beat out Airplanes.
Cars 2 is the lowest rated one.
I'm an old man, bro. I'm an old man. I don't know all this new lingo y'all kids be using out here on the interwebs. Plus, I'm a skeleton. We don't have the internet.
He's right.
You never heard of Cars 2?
No, I've heard of Cars 2 because I didn't know what FW meant. Someone in my chat told me to get my slang together, my acronym slang together.
Lightning McQueen.
I know FTJ, Field Jet.
And what's that? The fucking Larry the Cable Guy has the tow truck.
Yes, sir, Mater.
Tow
Mater.
Get her doing.
So the lowest grossing Pixar movie was something called The Good Dinosaur.
I've seen it.
I still want to see it. I haven't seen it.
I never seen that.
I don't even know what that was. I don't remember hearing that.
It's not
Cars
bad.
3 was the second lowest rated, so never mind.
I love the Cars series. I'm not gonna lie. I would say 2 and 3 weren't as good as
2 and 3 were back
but
to back. They're in their bottom 3.
That's interesting. OG
Yeah,
Cash
because the first one was
The
great.
Lion King is the best movie, hands down.
Whoever said that's a genius. You're a fucking genius.
Listen.
Shout out to you.
Soundtrack, I will agree with. The movie, the only reason is because I'm older than you fuckers. I'm almost 40. And I also had like a connection.
What, Lion King? That's not a Pixar movie.
No, with me growing up of this movie, because I felt like I could put myself as it's Dumbo. Like, you know, the bullying it, being bullied, and I connect when I was little, I connected with that. So that was my shit. Dumbo was like my shit.
Okay.
I guess we're gonna have to make a Disney wheel.
We might have to make a Disney wheel for Popcorn and Pints.
Just because no, seriously, the reason why I say is because we did Frozen on here. That got at least an 8 from all of us on here. Like, Disney's gotten some good ratings. I feel like we need to do a Disney wheel. And if we do that, I mean, if you guys want me to make it easy, I could just have my wife do the whole damn wheel. She'll be happy to. Like, listen, we need a 20 movie wheel of Disney movies. Take care of it. Really?
Animated.
Yes, animated. I'll tell you.
You put that live action shit, I'm out. I'm quitting the podcast.
Well, if you're watching, Francis, we need a wheel, or any of our significant others. We need a wheel. 20 movies. Disney,
my wife will add some
animated. All up to you, ladies.
That's the only movies she actually watches with me. It's got to be Disney.
But
I still haven't seen any of the live action. I haven't seen Mowgli. I don't
want to. Me neither.
I don't want to see. That's the thing. I know people.
I don't want to.
After I say this, I don't want to see Lion King, the live action one, because and I know you can go back to the original. That's fine. But there's just certain movies that it's like, why touch it?
I mean, that's the big rage, easy money maker now. You take a popular animated movie, make a live action version. They're doing it strictly as a money grab.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You just get some big names to do the voice, and that's all they need.
And even a big name to do the songs. You got Elton John fucking singing.
Yeah, but he was in the original too, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. The animated, the original.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Oh, like they didn't know that was going to blow up the way it did.
Yeah, no.
They may have all believed it's a good story and a good movie, which it is, but the way that movie has played out over time, like, that's got to be their highest grossing.
It has to be.
Animated movie.
So?
I think so, definitely.
Up there.
That and if anything, next would probably be Aladdin.
I don't know how
Actually, I think that the live action Aladdin didn't do good.
didn't do all that great.
But animated wise, I think that I don't know. Their top 3 definitely includes Lion King and Aladdin. I got to assume.
I think so. I think
Lion
so.
King,
What's the
Aladdin,
next
and maybe
one?
Beauty and the Beast.
Maybe.
Oh,
That's a
Is
good
it
one.
Beauty,
That's a
is
good
it
one to put
Beauty
in
and the
there.
Beast? Is it Jungle Book or is it Little
No,
Mermaid?
not Jungle Book.
Ooh,
No.
Jungle Book. Little Mermaid. That's
Oh, I forgot about Little Mermaid. There's a live action movie coming out of that.
No
Yeah.
thanks. Is it a horror movie? If not, I don't want to watch it.
We'll stick with the animated.
What's the
I like animated.
one of my
Well,
favorite
okay,
of the
hold
newer
on.
ones is Up.
I'm gonna look this up quick before we talk about Coco. Are we gonna say highest rated or high? How do I want to Google search highest
Like the most
grossing?
popular, highest grossing, the
Highest
most,
grossing or most popular? Because that could
It's
be
most
different.
tough
known?
to do the most grossing because as inflation's gone up and more moviegoers,
So do most
Highest
popular.
rated?
Same to me. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, highest rated. I guess.
Most
That's-
critically
I looked
acclaimed,
up
I
most.
guess.
I look up the grossing, and
They-
like you were saying though, with the way they can put money into movies nowadays,
I mean, because you,
I-
you can't
I mean, you
compare
can-
movies from like the
So-
early '90s on movies.
The Lion King is coming up as the top Disney movie.
of course.
really.
Yeah.
So okay, so with the grossing thing, it goes Frozen 2.
Oh shit, I
Frozen
forgot. Yeah,
1.
Frozen, because the soundtracks and shit, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
plus
just
also
because when it
tickets
came out,
were
and then
fucking $20 a piece compared to like $8
but-
back in the '90s.
True.
The Lion King from '94 is third. That's saying a fucking.
So the list I'm looking at, if we go just 20 best Disney movies of all time, Beauty and the Beast is at number 1
Wow.
on my list. Lion King is number 2. Little Mermaid at number 3.
Wow.
Oh.
Aladdin was at 7.
We did mention those movies.
Well,
though.
they're in top 10.
Yeah.
I knew Aladdin was up there.
Yep.
But yeah, we want 20 Disney movies, all animated, to review.
Yeah.
We want a wheel for that.
Oh, Pixar Disney. So it could be like Monsters Inc.
Well, Disney owns Pixar.
Yeah, so there you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just like they own everything else. They almost
Yep.
own everything.
And no, that's not a loophole to throw in animated Marvel movies.
No Marvel, no Marvel
No,
movies.
no
Like
Marvel.
legit animated
Legit
cartoony.
Pixar, like Disney.
But let's
Yeah.
talk about Coco. I want to talk
Yeah,
about
let's talk
Coco.
about Coco.
Coco
Okay,
is-
I'll tell you one thing that I didn't like really. It's not bad, but it's my list of what I didn't like about the movie. I wasn't a big fan of the soundtrack.
Really?
Really?
The songs weren't as catchy as other movies I've seen. They're just like that Remember Me song. I wanted to punch someone in the face after the third time hearing it.
I mean, I
get
thought
it,
they
it's
were
supposed to be a
they were
sad-
I thought they were great for the movie. They fit the movie. They fit the tone when they're
Oh,
singing these
definitely,
songs.
but
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's
I
like
mean,
that song
this
not
isn't a
singing along with.
soundtrack I'm going to listen to or something like
Exactly. Now I'll listen to like Frozen and everything. The song I can hear that. That didn't bother me. All
See,
the
and I
songs from
hated
Lion
that.
King don't bother me. Little Mermaid, sing don't bother me. But that Remember Me song in this, I
that.
was
You know
like,
what? You know what? With those songs though, they didn't hit the tone of the movie for me as well as this fucking Remember Me song he's singing. When he's singing this to his grandmother at the end, I'm wiping a tear from my eye.
I told you, my heart's black. I didn't. I know it's sad.
This like
but-
it also play. I love music. It's beer and music are like my two favorite things. That's why my podcast is about it.
Mhm.
So there was actually less music in this than I thought there was, but I
Yeah.
love the story. It's such a
Right.
great story.
Yeah.
No, it really is. It really is. It's like wow. Like the music wasn't bad though. The music didn't bother me. The music was pretty good. Just chilling, watching it.
I thought it was written in a perfect way to fit and move the story along. Like I talk about how much I hate musicals is because they don't contribute. If I'm watching a musical, like we'll talk about West Side Story, I feel like 99% of the time it doesn't contribute to the fucking story. It doesn't move anything along. I don't give a shit. This
Yeah.
song, the music was built into the story
Oh, I agree with you.
so
I'm
much,
just saying,
so
that's-
well
that's-
that it's telling the story better
Yep.
than.
Yep.
I'm just saying, in my order, it's the weakest to me of this movie.
Okay.
If the soundtrack, like if I liked the songs a lot, I would have gave it a 9. You know, but the songs weren't bad; they're decent. Except that Remember Me, it was fine the first time. It's okay the second time, but then the third time, I'm like, come on, it's the same. It's the same lyric.
But
every
you
time,
know,
I'm
you
like,
at the same time though, James, you knew, like when you first heard the song, or at least when Oscar told him, was telling Miguel about the song and all that, and was like saying that this is for his daughter. once you knew you were gonna hear that song at least 2 or 3 more
Oh
times.
yeah, definitely.
After
Yeah.
that
Oh,
part,
yeah.
you were just like, it's
They played that song early, and then they
Yeah.
played it multiple times.
I mean, the reason it kind of works is because it kind of goes into the whole generational thing and also the whole scope of the different contexts of the situations occurring within the storytelling of
thank you,
the
my friend.
events that happen with the grandfather and like the backstabbing, two-timing shit, and then the heartfelt shit. You know what I mean? So it kind of
Mhm.
it works for all of those situations, and then it also spans from the grandfather's young age to him learning it from the grandmother to him meeting his grandfather and going on and now passing his grandmother along with the song. You know what I mean? So,
I mean,
I liked it.
it was
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
But, like, it's also a great foreshadowing tool looking back
Yeah.
at it. Like, the
Yeah.
point of the movie is that the people are going to their forever deaths because they're not being remembered anymore.
Word.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's crazy. I like how they did that. That's crazy.
Yep.
It
I
is.
was like, oh, that's a cool thing. Like,
And like the fucking animation in this movie is just mind-boggling,
Yeah.
boggling, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
They
it is.
even touch
Absolutely
on all
beautiful.
time.
When
They
he
touch
first
on
gets
all
to the
time.
land of the
timer.
dead, just like all the fucking colors, then
Yep.
the spirit animals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very
Yo, that
confident.
okay. Listen, that fucking dog was funny as fuck.
I
Yeah,
love that
was
dog, man.
awesome.
Dante.
You
It's
have
such a
to
great
look
name for that dog
This
too.
fucking
It's just
tongue hanging out.
goofy
He's
He's like a
fucking
fucking
face
doof.
and its tongue hanging out of his
He's
mouth.
a fucking doof dog.
He was
He
a dude.
was one of the best characters in the movie. And when he
It
turned
was.
into a spirit dog, I'm like, that's
I
all.
like how, don't you notice that like almost every Disney movie? Same thing with Mushu. It's like they have like an animal, some kind
Moana.
of fucking Moana.
The
They have an
chicken.
animal that's like the comedy of the movie.
Yep.
Mhm.
But they play
But
a huge
it-
role in the spirituality of it.
Yeah,
They do, man, and it
like a
works.
spirit guide, like this one. Yeah,
That dog was awesome. I wrote that down early. That just
yeah, that
loved
dog was
goofy
awesome.
dog
I like
Dante.
that shit. I was laughing out loud with that motherfucker. I was like,
I
yo,
mean,
this
I
dog is
I
awesome.
was chuckling right at the beginning where he's telling his grandmother Coco or great grandmother just everything about his life. He's like, I used to run like this. Now I run like this. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And then they show her with like the wrestling mask on, just sitting there in the wheelchair.
Yeah, he's funny.
Like
Yeah.
there's a lot. It is a lot of jokes in this.
Oh
too,
yeah.
and it's great. It's well written.
And touches on real life shit like the Alzheimer's.
It does. It's like these movies get so much more serious than you think they will.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, you can almost say in a sense they always have been. It's just when you're watching them as kids, you don't understand the story.
them,
You just see.
But they hide it with the jokes and everything. It's like
They
it's
do.
subtle in the background. You gotta
Like,
like actually pay attention, be an adult to catch it. You know, like
Yeah.
wait a minute, that's like a serious topic right there.
But I think the one thing that everybody kind of like, if you watch these Disney movies that you see in them, obviously, and you kind of maybe question as a kid, is death. Because Disney just fucking throws it at like.
Oh, they love it. They love killing your
throw it.
parents.
well, I mean, I don't know. I'd be interested to see now that we're more aware of it because we're older as we watch these. How many times this theme is death has come up like this?
Like
I
almost
know
every movie.
Yeah,
it is,
almost every
but
movie.
yeah, but was it how noticeable was it? It wasn't noticeable when we were kids, really. But
No, well, except for
I'm trying to think
Mufasa.
back.
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say
know
the
what?
most noticeable one that I can think of
Bambi's
as a kid
mom,
is
man, and it's always like a
Mufasa.
where they want to try to make you cry.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah,
they do that song.
But-
and,
but
Mhm.
remember? Does anyone remember the press around Up when that came out?
Yeah,
I fucking love
and
that
how
movie. It's like one of
just-
my favorites.
How sad that was at the
Yeah.
beginning. Like it was done so well that it was in the news. Like it's not something that's generally picked up on. I think.
yeah,
No.
that was crazy.
I feel
Until
like
the
it's one of
quality
those
of the
things that's
movie.
subliminal, and that's one of the reasons why parents like it is because it kind of shows kids in an easier way than they have to deal with, and then when the kid has the question, they can kind of segue to, "Hey, remember in blah 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 blah." Like I feel like that's
That
why
makes sense.
parents really enjoy showing their kids Disney, because it teaches them and subliminally puts some of this life lesson shit in their head, where the parent doesn't have to deal with the burden of it and the fallout of it, because at least the kids were exposed to it. in
For
some
an
way.
example, just like this movie, say their little kid's grandmother, they're like, "Why doesn't Grandma remember me? Remember the movie Coco?
Yeah.
His great grandma, you know."
Yeah. You know, you're right. And like you guys said, they do it in like such a fun, colorful, beautiful way to where it's not like it's not too much. It's not too much for a kid. And then for as an adult, you're just like, oh shit, like they really fucking threw that in this movie. Like, and if you watch with your kids, you're like, I can't be crying.
Yeah,
in
it's
front of my
not dark and morbid. And one of the greatest
No.
things about this culture and their embracing of death or whatnot is that they make it so lively. I mean, look at the colors, you know what I mean, and all
Yeah.
that shit. And this is what the Dia de la Muerto is, and Cinco de Mayo and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like this is-
Celebrated.
yeah, it's celebrated. It's not a
Celebrated.
morbid, dismal thing. It's more of a happy transitional thing. It's almost like a fucking
Mhm.
graduation.
No, it is. It is. If you're looking at it, it's kind of like a great educational tool for kids when it comes to
Mhm.
death.
Yeah,
Some
and I
of
mean,
even with it, and I didn't even think of how dark the movie kind of was until they got to the part where I forget what, you know, they say that the sinner murdered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was crazy.
I'm
I was
like,
like,
you know,
God
this
damn,
is
it's a
kind of
kid
a
show,
fucking
man.
like it was interesting, the twist there. I didn't actually see that part coming until he gets to the party and meets who he thinks his great grandfather is.
Yep.
I'm
El
like, this
Dorte or
this
something. I
seems
forgot
like
his
it's
name.
going too well for there to not be a twist.
Yeah, same here.
I love the twist. I love the twist.
See, I
It was
mixed up.
good.
So when they showed the first character, the skinny guy, he was trying to get through, but because Coco's forgetting him, but you don't know that yet. I was like, I bet that's his father. And my wife was sitting there, was like, yeah, maybe. Then we're getting to the part when he had the picture of the guitar and everything. I was like, oh shit, no, it's the famous guy.
Yeah.
So it made me switch, but then they're like, well, motherfucker, I was right the first time.
Like,
you don't know.
It's just enough of a twist where like some people can see it coming, so it may not dawn on some people until later. I thought so I thought it was well done.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can't believe they fucking killed that dude. He poisoned him.
Yeah.
not only that, but they just said murdered in the movie. I'm like, oh
yeah, a
shit.
lot of
Like,
murder, man. Jeez.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw a note when I was looking up some trivia and stuff. This is only one of 3 movies to include any kind of depiction of alcohol. Disney Pixar movies, like where he
I didn't
takes
even
the
notice
shot.
that. I didn't pay attention to that. Yeah,
Where they pour shots and he
Yeah.
takes the shot after his friend. He gets the guitar from, goes to his
That's
forever
right.
death.
Wow.
I don't remember. I don't know what the other 2 were.
Is there one with smoking?
I'm sure that there maybe
Yeah.
early ones.
The old school shit.
I can tell you one right now. 101 Dalmatians. Cruella DeVille is always smoking a cigarette.
That's
Oh,
right.
Long, very skinny cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's
Does
true.
she do that? I wonder if she does that in the
live
new one,
action.
the younger,
action?
where she plays
Yeah.
the younger version.
Yeah.
I would have to think so.
I haven't seen it because it's live action. Don't
Because it was
care.
like those with the long black. She used to wear the long black gloves and have that long, like fancy fucking cigarette shit, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, it's a just
it's
a
just
piece
a
that
huge
goes on a
holder.
cigarette. Yeah, it's a holder.
I will say that when the movie was first conceived, they did imagine it with an American child, and they're like, "No, that's not right."
That
Yeah,
would have
it's
fucked
not
me
right
up.
now.
You can't. That I hate when they do that. You can't Americanize everything. It fucks it up. It fucks up the story and everything. It's like, why the fuck? Why is it would make no sense. Like, you'd get the story, but I'm like, this makes zero fucking sense.
Yeah, if you're gonna do the culture, do it fucking right.
Yeah, I know.
Do it
Really.
justice. Like, if you're gonna do the culture, let the culture be in the movie. Let the culture be a part of that film. If you're gonna do
Here,
a
and
culture story.
what came from that is another fun fact. So it's the first motion picture with a 9-figure budget to feature an all Latino cast.
That's fucking awesome.
Nice.
Cost somewhere between 175 to 200 million dollars to make that
That's
movie.
fucking awesome.
And it took like 7 years, which, looking at the animation and everything, it does
Makes
not
sense.
surprise me.
But with that though, that shows you right there why, when you're doing a cultural film, no matter what culture it is, you need to have that culture involved very heavily.
It does, man. And it makes the shit just so much more interesting as someone not from that culture that, you know,
you're learning from it.
Yeah, they put their impressions of what they think it is or what it's like, and then that's what gets run with in the mass of society because they saw the movie.
Like, what it
It's
really
like, wait,
is.
that's far from the truth. You run into a real Mexican and you're like, no. No, essay, no.
In fact, so the director, The Land of the Dead, is an homage to an actual city. I'm gonna murder the name of it, I'm sure. Guanajuato City, a colorful city located in central Mexico. So it's based on an actual city and stuff like that.
Nice. That's awesome. That makes you enjoy it a little more. When you hear stuff like that about it. But yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of this movie. I've never seen it like sitting down all the way through, but I've definitely seen it with my wife, probably from like maybe the middle and definitely closer to the end, and like the rest from there once or twice. But this is my first time sitting down and actually watching the full film, and it was a good watch. I'm glad I
This is my
watched.
first time.
Oh, it was my first time too, and
She
since
loves this fucking movie.
I don't remember when I just kind of stopped watching Pixar movies. It's just probably something that happens as a male as you get older. You
Yeah.
kind of get out of that.
I'll never stop.
But so I was surprised when I came across this one, but it has apparently spent more days at number one in the box office than any other animated film in the 21st century.
Wow.
I didn't even know that.
No,
I didn't know this is one of their most
I'm like,
popular
are you
ones.
serious?
Yeah,
but you know, again,
Oh shit!
going back to the whole culture thing, like for example, Black Panther did very fucking well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it's because of how they like. I'm not sure how much they actually involve people from the culture. I mean, it's Wakanda. It's a make believe place, but you get what I mean with that. But it still brought the culture proudly out to see this film in droves, and that's probably what this movie did here, was just bring people out to come see this movie, and then when it comes out, buying it, because it's like you're including. So it's like, yes, we're gonna check this out now.
And if you want to talk a little more detail about animation, when Miguel's playing the guitar, they animate his hands to the actual chords he's playing.
Yeah,
that's fucking amazing.
So there was like no detail left unchecked when it came to the animation and stuff in this movie.
That's amazing. Like that, wow, that that's fucking crazy. That almost went to make me bump it up to a 9 just because of that. I think
they do that with a lot of their movies. A lot of their movies gets all these like finer details. And shit you don't really get to appreciate until you
know what it is, because they're like we zoom up on this, and there's guitar players out there, but like that motherfucker's not playing the right note.
Like when he's playing the guitar, there's a heavy, like you see his hand movement and stuff like that.
Yeah,
there'd be criticism probably if you're not even trying to make it look like he's not playing like that. But I think that also goes to show the quality. One of the many reasons behind the quality of these movies. Like they're putting in the time and effort to get that shit right.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yep.
And it pays off, man.
Every time.
It does.
If you're a shoemaker, pass on. You got to be a shoemaker no matter what.
Wait, I didn't hear what you said, James.
How the family is. The shoemaking thing got passed down. You have no other choice. You got to make shoes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's how it was for a long time. That's how. I mean, think about it. That's how most people got their last names. Like if you were a barber, you were a barber. If you were a blacksmith, your name was Smith or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
well, I mean, especially if you're coming from like a poor area or something, if your family finds any kind of train to success, that becomes the family.
Wow.
Wheel of Fate.
Wheel of Hate.
I don't even know.
Oh,
there can't even be that much
for a while
on here.
Oh boy.
We're gonna have to refill this one.
You know what? I bet it's all fucking musicals now.
It's all musicals.
Can't be worse than Cats.
Oh no.
This has been a long fucking time.
Again, I'm missing the show on the 21st. So,
is this the 21st? Yeah, me too.
No.
Nope.
I'm missing next week.
Hey, Bob the Butler's on there. We watched that.
Yeah, we watched that.
That's got to come off.
I'll take it off.
It's going to land on the best movies ever when we spin this wheel next week, because I'll be missing
Bob the Butler, but I'll just respin it. We can ignore it. Actually, I'll take it off now.
Yeah, take that off.
Yeah, take it off.
Watch that.
That's right, because we had to replace it because we couldn't find the other one.
That's right.
Kung Pao is on there. That's the other movie we watched.
Yeah,
take that off.
We watched
we watched. Yeah,
man.
Oh, I fucking hated that shit.
That wasn't even that long ago.
That was
like a few weeks ago.
I thought this wheel was almost empty.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
No, we watched that more than a few weeks ago.
That was when we first.
Oh man, we gotta add more movies to this, or replace it with a different wheel.
Yep.
I think we can replace it with a different wheel. We have enough ideas.
Different wheel, yeah.
Or what's the other idea? I don't know. We'll have to talk about it. I forget.
Well, we said the Disney wheel might take it over now.
True, but I think we had like a couple ideas up before that, and I don't remember.
We've had a few ideas.
Yeah,
we still haven't done the video game one.
Oh yeah, the video game one. Wasn't there like a
fucking Sound of Music?
Yep.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
It was one of my goals to never see this movie.
Really?
I've seen it once, and that's enough.
I've seen it a few times. I used to like it as a kid. I'm the one who put it on the wheel. So knowing
You
that
son of a bitch.
knowing that you were trying to go your whole life and avoid this, that's awesome for me. And what
That
makes it even
stupid
better is
song, man.
because you're supposed to be here next week and you're not going to be here the weekend after. So it came
No,
like
that's why it's going to land on 2 awesome movies next week.
so The Sound of Music.
Motherfucker, man.
You're welcome, guys.
I'm
Simon
gonna
Says.
end up saying something fucked up on
Who's
that.
in
show.
Simon
I know it.
Says that it's a joke? I can't think of the actor.
I can't remember myself.
Was it
Hey,
like
what?
an MTV VJ or something?
Is it what's his
Dennis
face?
Rodman, I think.
Oh, it's Dennis Rodman. But that's not where it's going anyway.
What the hell is this?
Outcast,
Fucking
Nick Cage, baby.
Nick
Yes,
Cage.
we're getting some rage next Saturday from everybody.
Cage Rage.
Oh,
Aaron
no.
earned that.
No, the fuck I didn't.
You did.
No, man. I was just talking
Yo,
about
I'm
shit
not
you-
as mad as this one as the other one.
Yeah, I
though.
was gonna say this is one of the better ones at least.
Hayden Christian. Is that Hayden? Oh God, it's
I never
early
seen this.
Vader.
I never heard of this movie.
This is
You guys are
Timepiece.
in for it, baby.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
Fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
But I think
There's
instead of
no- there's
refilling the
So we got guy here that hates musicals. This guy
Hate
that
'em.
never wanted to watch this musical, and this guy that hates the fucking white guy in that movie.
that's why it's the hate wheel.
That's why it's a hate wheel. The musicals are for me.
This is gonna be
mainly.
like the hot Pocky Chip challenge for me all over again. I'm gonna have a good time with this one.
This is why I kind of want to refill the hate wheel. It's because we need Puerto Rican Chris to have some movies on there that he
Yeah,
really
but
despises.
it's hard to find movies for the hate wheel, though.
It is.
It is. That was kind of almost a one in.
Going by
Yeah, that's-
actors. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, because
I
Figure
do,
out
but I
Netflix
like
and-
the idea of once a wheel is empty, we replace it with a different category. I think that's a good way to work stuff in.
so you
That's
just
a
throw
good idea.
shit around.
That's a good idea. But there's 2 left on the hate wheel. I don't
Oh
wanna say-
yeah, when it's done, we're
Should we
saying.
wait for that one to be done before we add wheels?
Oh yeah, we're not getting rid of it.
no,
until
not
it's
getting rid
empty.
of it. But before we add another wheel, should we wait for that to be completely done?
Yeah, but we should have the other one set up so we can replace it.
Okay, we could do that.
We got to have wheels ready at the
Yeah,
hand.
gotta get them ready, man, in the vault. Gotta throw those shit on there.
Oh, that's so it's caught me winking. Did you see
You know,
that?
you know what I can do.
I
Is
noticed that.
once we get the wheels made up, I can put them on. I won't put them on the Wheel of Destiny, like as their name, so it'll never get picked. But I can put them on that other list so that they're at least there. So that way, when the wheel's done, I can just put it on the Wheel of Destiny the following week and switch it out.
Yeah. So,
But
I
any
loved it.
fuck, man,
I loved
the
it.
Sound of Music and Outcast. Fuck, man.
I'm looking forward to the Nick Cage movie. I'm actually looking forward to that one.
That's what
I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm going to have to watch it.
I
second,
still
just,
got to watch the new one. I got to see Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
I'm
We're
going to see it when we
watching that.
review it.
So did we decide if we're gonna watch it for here, or is it gonna be a fucking midnight matinee thing? What did you guys want to do?
I think it's because we're all watching it. I thought it was for here. Was
Okay,
it?
fine.
Well,
Well, you'll get it. Could be a crossover. You can record it for yours too, basically.
I
don't
hear
know.
it anyway. It don't matter.
Yeah, that's true. But well, we got to wait till we all can have access to it because I'm not going to pay money to watch that shit.
Me either. Me fucking either.
So it better drop.
I was
on
going to go to
streaming
the
service.
theater and bring a picture of Aaron with me and just hold it there while I watch.
Take a selfie and put it on fucking Instagram. Like, look,
force you
I'm
to go
loving
to
this
the
movie.
That would be fucking hilarious.
Just so he's there in spirit.
Hack his
Oh,
his
yes.
horror with Sir Sturdy. It
That'd
comes
be
like
fucking
me and Nick Cage made up.
Fucking lies. It'd be funny, but that's fucking
Is he
lies.
making a new movie too? Like
Probably.
is it not a superhero movie? Oh, hold on, I forgot what it was. Oh my god, I forgot. I
He's
think he's
at-
making another movie.
He's trying to ruin my life.
That's what he set out to do.
Ghost Rider 4. No.
No, fuck that. They fired. He's not Ghost Rider.
So
ever
now-
again.
That's another. So that's. 'cause we
Oh,
did-
they might think of him playing a villain in a Marvel movie.
Please don't.
I don't
Don't-
know what movie though.
Marvel don't. That's how you're gonna fuck up and turn into DC is doing some dumb shit like
It
that.
might be a Spider-Man or something. I forgot what
Don't
they
do
said.
it.
Who knows?
Don't fucking do it.
But Marvel pretty much has my trust for anything
Pretty much.
they do.
You have to include Nicolas Cage. That's where I lose.
Well, they did it with the treasure thing. That one movie with him.
And it
I
sucked.
By the way, I finally saw the Batman and I watched it twice.
Nice.
So
That
I
doesn't-
I say that.
I'm-
I
It is
seen
good.
Batman.
I'm ready.
Oh, we got to
for my
review that.
review.
We got to review that.
Yeah, that Sex in the City and that fucking Nicolas Cage movie.
So
Gotta set up some
if
dates.
if we're talking wheels, maybe a special occasion wheel, a single movie special occasion wheel.
Ooh, I
Well,
like
but the
that.
thing is, it could take like 4 months to land on. I thought we
Yeah,
wanted
that's
to try to
true.
get it while they're fresh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Sex in the City is not fresh.
Well, I'm talking about the idea after that, though.
No, that's true.
We're
If
supposed to do
we're
that
gonna
6 months
talk,
ago.
yeah.
We're
It's
talking about
typically
the new idea
four
where with the new
Saturdays in a
movies.
month, right? So do you want to do one of them as a new release Saturday?
Oh, that could be a good idea too.
That could work too.
As long as we have access to the quick movies, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
If we can all get, if we have a chance to all watch it.
yeah. That
It's
sounds
gonna
like
be
it.
like
We can throw that in there and see how it works out.
That one big movie or whatever.
Yeah,
something like that. But
any
back
more on
to-
Coco, or should we switch?
I was gonna say,
I'm
anybody
sticking
else
with my 9.
Yeah,
Close-
I'll stick with an 8.
It
I
is
bumped it up to I bumped it up to an 8.5 just because of the extra stuff you were saying about it, which I think is just fucking dope.
It's just it was a brilliant animated, glorious looking movie. Just I was blown away by the animation. Just everything in it. It's a great
Was
story.
the-
Eight's a good number for me with Disney. I don't want to hear no.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck,
let
the
me
music
bump that
blends
up
into
to-
the story so good,
Yeah, I'm bumping
As
that up to a
opposed-
9.
as opposed to just taking over like a musical.
It sucks too because
That's true.
If we ever put Encanto on here, it's gonna be tough.
Oh, I just watched that recently. My wife watched it. I watched it.
I never seen it.
Wait, no, I
that'll
haven't.
Probably make it onto Disney. Will
Never mind. I haven't watched it. Nobody talks about
Mhm.
Bruno. No,
Yeah.
I didn't watch that one yet.
I haven't seen that.
Is that what that's from?
Yes.
I was wondering who the fuck I kept hearing it recently. I'm like, what the hell are you
Yeah,
talking
it's
about?
it's one of those popular songs. Everybody's it's fucking.
I don't know.
crazy.
Like I hit that point in my Pixar life growing up where like nothing's ever going to be as good as these early movies I grew up on. So I stopped paying attention.
Oh,
And then now of course, now with every movie that comes out, they break some kind of fucking record. And I look at it and I'm like, what the hell is this?
yeah, I think the technology, man, and the fucking ideas are like shooting out like crazy, and it's just ridiculous how they come out. You're like, holy fuck.
And parents are more busier than ever, so they got to plop their kids in front of something even more than they ever could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Frozen drove me crazy because of how long everybody talked about that movie and was singing those fucking songs. But at the same time, when I finally sat down, I was like, all right, this ain't bad. Still not my favorite. Still not even in my top 10. It's still.
I haven't watched
me
it.
to
No,
a
story
certain
wise,
extent.
but that song is gonna be on the charts.
Oh, that
forever.
song, yeah,
Top
forget
chart.
about it. Fucking Let It Go is gonna be.
Yeah.
Well, Lin Manuel wrote
Yeah.
the Bruno
Yeah.
song or whatever it is,
And he's
which
the one
I've
that
never heard.
did Hamilton, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So I guess we can hop on over to
West Side Story.
West Side Story.
Ooh.
1961
West Side!
West Side Story.
Kind of goes
I-
with the Mexican theme too. West.
All right,
you know?
let's-
I'm too white to do this.
Come on, guys.
Is it me? Hey! For all my Latino friends out there, I'm gonna give West Side Story a lovely 7 essay. You know what I'm saying? Just get your knife out if you disagree, and we do this in the street, Holmes.
You know, he's Latino and it still sounds racist.
It does. It really does.
Oh shit.
Snapping.
Okay, mine's confusing, but I'll explain it after. I'm going to say a 6.
He's still
rating is
snapping
different.
over here.
Right, so we're all on screen. That's when we can synchronize. R. Kelly, we're not asking for your opinion. 6.
6?
Yeah, and then hang on.
A 4 because I hate musicals, but it wasn't awful.
But that's why I rated it differently. I'll explain it. It's weird. I had to because. Okay, I'll say it now. Just get over it before I forget.
Let's go.
So I hate musicals. If I rated it because I hate musicals so much, and especially the dance fighting and everything, I was so mad. But I would have gave this shit like a fucking 3, a 2 or a 3. But I took the music part out in the dancing, and I rated the story.
Yeah.
Oh, so did
The
I.
story was
He's
not bad. You know what I'm saying?
Chris said, "Oh, so." did I."
So that's why I gave it a 6. I was going to give it a 5, but then I was like, there's so many movies based off this. The main story, they just
This
branch it
movie's
off
based
and
off
change it up.
Romeo and Juliet, so
Yeah,
it's
That
going
too.
back
Well,
that
yeah.
far.
So yeah, there you go. That's true. So it's like it just keeps going like a domino effect. People just make up a new movie. They just use this fucking cookie crumbs, you know.
I like how you use domino effect because Latinos do love dominoes. But I'm not talking about the pizza either.
But that's why I gave it a 6. If I was truthfully, because I hate musicals, the shit be like a 2. I hated it.
Really, 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 really quick. Besides me dressed like this and drinking Dos Equis, which is a Mexican beer, and Cinco de Mayo just passing this week, and then we got these movies this week. It's just funny how life works on this podcast at times.
Oh, I got a serious question too about this movie, and go ahead, Aaron. I'll ask it afterwards because I'm not 100% sure on it.
No, that's all I had to say. I just have to think that out.
Here's the question. Just get out of the way. Were they doing Puerto Rican face?
Yeah.
Like brown face?
Were they white people?
Yeah, some of them were.
Absolutely. Where browns are on, like brown spray tan?
Were some of them?
I could not. I was like, to my wife, I was like, yo, are they doing brown face? I was like, what the fuck are they doing? I was like, is that like bronze tan? Are they white dudes?
And you know what? I'll tell you what. I don't know. I can't think of too many Hispanics that I've come across in my life or Puerto Ricans from down in New York City that complained about that. They love this fucking movie and this story.
Mm-hmm. My wife loves this movie. As a matter of fact,
it tells the truth of the barrio, man. It tells the two sides of the road. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep, the train tracks. Yes. The thing is too. People got to understand too. Back then, that's how it was. Like we said in history, it's like you can't change it. That's how it was back then. You got basically. It is what it is at the time.
You know. And I was thinking about this earlier while I was taking a shit, and I was like, I know this is going to come up in conversation.
Thanks for painting that visual.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem. A skeleton face has got to take poops too.
He let out another bronzer.
Talking about brown face.
Wow.
Yeah, but thinking about this, I was like, you know what? Like, this comes up in conversation, but at the same time, it's called acting.
Yeah.
Just get over this shit. You know what I mean? Like, who fucking cares? It's called acting. I hate when everything gets turned into the racing, and it's fucking tiring at times. These people were paid to act as a certain people from a certain neighborhood. It's called acting. Let it be.
If you act like they tell you want to act like a dog, you're going to play a human dog in this movie. You got to do it.
See, some dudes are gay for pay, and some dudes ain't. It's called acting.
Exactly.
All right, I'm going to skip that part right there. But the race thing,
that's going to come back around for a second.
Yep.
Wait till you're done. That's going to come right back.
I was trying to steer it away from the race thing.
No, it's not happening. It's not yet. It's coming back.
Just real quick with the racing though, because there is times where people were doing black or brown face because black or brown people weren't allowed to be in those films, so it's more than just acting. But I do agree with you. Like later down in life, where you can be in these films and these roles, and it's like, and it's not in a distasteful way, and you know how it's in a distasteful way where it's like overly like.
Yeah.
I feel like the way they did it in West Side Story. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not even trying to be funny this time, Chris. But correct me if I'm wrong. Like it wasn't like being like a stereotypical. They were Puerto Rican, so Puerto Rican like that, but in like a negative way. They were just, you know what I mean, showing the culture how it was in those days.
And I've never even noticed it until I was way older in life. And like, wait, huh? And then it was just like, all right, well, they just couldn't find any Puerto Rican actors. That's all I put it up to. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I never heard the term PR.
What's up?
Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
no, I know, but I never heard someone say.
I had never heard Puerto Ricans just referred to as PR.
Yeah.
I mean, we were referred to quite a bit worse at times.
Yeah.
I know cleaning products.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it.
My half brother is Puerto Rican. He has a Puerto Rican mom.
Nice.
So.
My stepmom is Puerto Rican. My brother Jeremy is half Puerto Rican. You know, I'm just saying.
Well, somebody got
the movie. I'm not trying to defend myself. I'm white. I got Puerto Rican friends.
That's
why I joined this podcast. I got cover. I got two.
He's non-Caucasian adjacent, as we like to call it.
I've known Chris and James for years. So I know how they really roll and stuff like that. But it's just funny when you see your white friends just trying to like explain themselves and not even in the sense of like where One, you don't have to, especially for me, because you already know.
No,
and then,
not for you. I'm talking about who's watching.
You know,
I don't want
it's
What?
like so. Imagine if James and I were out talking to other groups of people, and we made a joke about black people, or and we're like, it's okay, we're friends with Aaron, who's black.
No, I do a podcast with a black friend, man, Aaron, man.
There's a black guy on my podcast that I do.
The joke with a Puerto Rican and a black guy walks in the bar. You're like, nah, I know Chris. Puerto Rican Chris.
Chris, if we ever see James and James and Chris frantically FaceTiming us, we'll know why.
Like, hey, prove it, Aaron.
Yeah,
Look,
I FaceTime Aaron. I'm like, tell them this is okay.
I ran it by him. Tell him. So I told you this joke last night. Make sure.
You know what that reminds me? What that makes me think of really quick is Scrubs episode where JD and Turk did blackface and whiteface, and Turk thought he seen some girl that he walked away as JD's knocking on the door to all Turk's homeboys.
There's a cut there. They cut out the scene of JD doing.
Are you serious?
At least on the Hulu.
That's fucking bullshit. That was that was hilarious.
But they let Turk. There's a flashback or two of Turk doing whiteface, where he's basically pretending to be, a white insurance salesman. There was one flashback where JD was doing blackface, pretending to be Turk. That was cut out.
Oh, they fucked up.
Man.
That was fucking like I was in tears when I seen that.
It makes me want to watch Scrubs again.
And the way to see stuff like that, what I say when people do whatever race face they want to do, when they do it like that, where it's funny and tasteful, awesome, hilarious.
It works in that environment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like if you've watched that show, if you were a fan of that show and knew the bond between those two characters, sure, you can probably. I think that's fine to get away with.
And in real life, like
they're best friends in real life too. But that's not something you would have known back.
Perfect example
when that show was on.
Like Aaron said, we go. People don't know what we say before we go live.
Oh my God, no! There's a reason. There's a reason we come up. We hop on the chat like a half hour before, so we can get.
Yeah, we gotta get it out. Yeah.
Not only that, there's a reason why there's us. Why we're in a group chat together to get it out there as well.
Yeah, too. We got a whole week to get it all out.
24/7 to get it out before we come here, or whatever you want to say.
It's where I test run stuff by Aaron. I'm like, is it okay?
Can I use this in the office, man?
Yeah,
can I say this?
Most of the stuff that we discuss and say and joke around about, we can't discuss it.
Aaron, there's rules with Aaron. He's like, I'll give you permission to do it, but you can't do it. You only get doing it if there's one. There has to be at least one black guy. Listen to the joke too. You can't just do it. Your white friend's hiding in the corner.
Don't say that.
It's just a clan meeting.
Yeah, you're like, that's just a meeting right there. You can't do that.
The only thing missing is the sheet.
Yeah.
And whatever you guys say, do not ever repeat what I say, because I say some crazy shit. I want to see you guys survive.
All right, before I
forget, Chris was just flipping through sombreros and mustaches in it.
Let's go back to West Side Story tonight, because I told you it's going to come back around in a circle.
Mm-hmm. So West Side.
Yo, I got chili peppers for a mustache.
The part that pissed me off. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
The dance fighting. I didn't know if they were fighting or going to.
So stupid. The dance fighting was stupid. That was.
You see how they jumped on the guy like he was going to ground and pound him, but he did like a thrust. Like
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, hold on. The second I started this movie, I got more into the movie as it went along because the story's not bad.
Yeah, exactly.
But like as soon as I started it, it's playing this music and it's just on this screen that's like I don't know if it's like an outline of the west side of New York City or something like that. Like it literally goes on for 5 minutes. I'm thinking, is my fucking TV stuck? What is going on? I'm like, I hit fast forward. I'm like, why is it still on?
The intro was 5. I meant to tell you, the intro was like 5 minutes. I just fucking fast.
Like 5 minutes long.
I did too.
And all it is just a colored screen changing colors with some outlines. I thought my TV screen was frozen.
Yo, I tried. This is 2.5 hours. I was like, this is the beginning. I was like, I'm going to fast forward till I see people. Mm-hmm. And that's what I did because that shit was, like you said, over 5 minutes. I was like, yo, I just saved 5 minutes.
And listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I thought those first few dancing numbers were guaranteed to end with a penis and a butt. Like,
I said the same thing. I was
like what the fuck? Just Listen, not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, nothing
but
wrong with it.
the way
That's
they
what
were playing it,
Yeah.
the way they were playing it, especially with the two guys in the alley there,
Yep.
and he starts tickling them. I'm like, it kind of seems like this can only go one way.
Maybe that's why they're fighting, man. They're in the closet. They're hiding it. They're frustrated.
Wow.
They like each other.
Sexually frustrated
Yeah.
with each other at that.
Dude, no, that is so weird. I don't know. It's like a ballet play. You know how
There
they
you go.
dance, but it was so. Yeah, that would. They shouldn't have made it like sexual. If you're gonna dance fight, make it like look like real fighting.
It looked
So
a
like
little.
the what was it, Michael Jackson Bad video? How they were dance fighting?
Yeah.
It looks like someone was gonna experience a just the tip moment.
Wow,
Yeah.
and not the
Yep.
knife either.
Wow.
No.
No.
And not a knife.
Aaron, you know what I was going to say. You
Some
can say
people.
it. Wallow. Do it. What?
What the hell?
He's talking about, so there's this podcast I watched called Bill Dow's Worth the Game. And there's two cousins on there, and there's a
yeah.
segment they do. It's called Stories from a Cell. And Wallow, he always talks about stories when he was locked up. And he was like, there was one time it was like somebody stole something from some dude's cell, right? And the dude came out and he with a knife. He was like, if someone doesn't return what I stole from my cell, there's gonna be blood on my knife and shit on my dick. What made it funny, like, I'll show it to you, Chris, after we're done recording this. I'll show it to you. You're gonna be in tears. But what made it funnier though is like he was talking on the phone to somebody. He's like, "Yo, I got to go to lockup." He was like, "It ain't safe."
Ain't safe. I gotta go.
He was like, "Oh, lockup." His cousin's like, "So you were bitching?" He was like, "No, man, it wasn't safe or some shit." I'll show after we're recording, but it's fucking hilarious.
But so and as I'm watching this, like the dub on some of the actors when they're saying it is much better than some of the others. Like the main Jets guy, you could like as soon as he breaks out into song, you could tell this isn't him. Fucking like the voice didn't even match up.
Are you talking about the main one that's not in the gang no more?
No. Like the leader.
Oh, the Cliff Riff,
whatever his. I forgot. I don't even remember what his name was.
It's,
But
it's something like honky-ish. Riff.
Yeah. It was no, it was honky-ish.
Wow.
But, like when they go into singing, you could tell his voice wasn't even matching the singing voice. That was funny.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Natalie Wood, she tried to sing. She couldn't hit a lot of the high notes, so she was overdubbed.
You know, I didn't even know that was her. I forgot.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't recall. I don't honestly. I don't know.
Rick.
Oh.
Futurama.
Okay.
For some reason, he came
Rick
up-
and Morty, babe.
For some
Sorry.
reason, he
Movie
came
Morty?
up when I typed in Puerto Rico. Rick Sanchez, right?
He's Puerto Rican.
Hey, I'm Pickle Rick, bitches.
Wow.
I want to rewatch. I gotta catch up on.
Yeah, I
Rick and
love
Morty.
it, man.
I've never watched it.
Oh, you're
bro,
crazy.
it's
Dude,
fucking
dude,
Dude,
hilarious.
okay, I'm gonna explain it.
It's fucking
when
hilarious.
when it first came out, I watched 2 episodes. I was like, nah. I was like, what the fuck is this? I went back to it. Then you get hooked. The shit.
It's
is
It's
great.
fucked up, man. It's great.
It's fucked up and hilarious.
You guys, okay? So you guys pretty much know my sense. So would it be more of like a high watch for me?
Oh,
Everything's
absolutely.
more about
Yeah.
how you watch it. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
This is like you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Is it
It's that
okay?
type of show.
Is it as funny as weird, as stupid, as random, and as great as Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
It's better.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
It's
Yeah.
better.
There's-
It's more fucked up and funnier. I think I like
It's
it more than
it's a lot
Futurama.
of weird shit that's go random.
I'll
Yeah.
check it out. I'm gonna check it. I'm definitely gonna check it out. I'll
Yeah,
try
it's
to
like
check it out.
Do it. That's one of your
Futurama
night watches when you're laying in
smashed
bed.
with,
It's on
Back
Hulu.
to the Future
It's on Hulu.
smashed with like fucking.
I think it's on like Hulu and HBO.
Well, this
Oh, yeah,
week,
like-
this week,
yeah.
like I'm starting because I'm gonna be on the Scene Snobs podcast Friday,
Oh yeah, you gotta watch all of
7:00. I'm gonna be going through the whole Friday the 13th franchise because I guess we're gonna be discussing it.
I'm shocked you're doing it. You memorize everything.
That's
I saw
fucking
it.
crazy
Wow.
shit.
That's fucking wild. That looks like something from Sausage
That
Party.
don't look like Pickle Rick no more. That
looks
looks
like he's
Pickle
ready
You
to
know
Dick.
what?
get off
You know what,
penis.
Chris? We should do that wheel. We should
Pickle?
do that specialty one movie
Whoa.
wheel because we could still those
That's
same movies
weird.
that we were talking about
That
reviewing.
looks like you're touching yourself.
We could just throw those movies on that wheel. That yeah.
No,
that-
he's
When his hand goes off the screen, it looks like it's doing a very vigorous motion.
yeah. We
Come on,
probably
Morty,
shouldn't.
let's go on an adventure.
Holy shit!
I'm gonna watch Rick and Morty after
Me
this.
too. Great. Oh shit.
I don't think we barely talked about West Side Story.
But yeah, so like I said, the
Yeah,
dance
let's
fighting, the music.
The music was hit or miss. Some of it was okay, some of it was bad for me. The story was like story what? Actually, I was really impressed with the dancing. More stuff like the women
Mhm.
dancing. It's always more flashier because I think they're wearing like the dresses, so they're
And it flares
incorporating
out and
their
everything.
outfits
Yeah.
into it,
Yeah.
When
and
they
there's, like
spin,
a
it
lot more
blows up.
flair to it,
Yeah.
and it's awesome.
Yeah, but it's all the
The
same.
dance
Like
fighting is
ballet is
stupid.
ballet. It's like all the
Yeah,
same.
but the dance fighting is stupid.
It is.
That
I
took me
hated
out of
it.
it.
Yo, I
I didn't
hated the
realize.
streets where they ran like fucking mile, then they come back,
Yeah,
then they run again. I'm like, what the
there's
fuck are they
nothing
doing?
there's nothing like a good dance fight. Yeah, no one's
Yeah,
ever said that or experienced that. Um,
dance off.
I didn't realize this was like I knew more songs from this than I thought I did. I didn't realize this is
I
where
knew
that I
I
feel
knew the
pretty
main
song
one.
is from.
I heard the main one, and that was stuck in my head. I knew that one 100%.
I did not know this is where that I feel pretty song was from.
Oh, I didn't either until I heard it. I was like, holy shit, that's right. It came from there.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that either.
Speaking of feeling pretty,
You feel pretty right now, Chris?
very
I feel pretty. I feel so
oh
pretty.
so pretty.
Dude, and am I the only one that thinks it's fucked
Little
up
Rico
that
Nasty,
she
La La?
immediately That's Rico Nasty. Nice. I can't be the only one that thinks it's fucked up that Natalie Wood or Maria immediately banged her brother's murderer.
Yeah, no, that
I
was
mean-
crazy. Guess
Like
blood's not
it
thicker than
wasn't
water.
even a thing. Like it didn't even happen or
Blood
matter.
is not thicker than milk, man.
Wow.
Wow. He went there. He
Like-
went there. Man, Mel.
No, that is crazy though.
There was no question. Immediately, as soon as he comes through that window, she was like, I'm still gonna be with you," and then just banged him.
Mm-hmm.
And after meeting a day ago or something, like we're in love.
Yeah, it was.
We met.
You
at the
killed
dance
my
last
brother,
night.
and I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
Here's the puss.
He started it.
It's not puppet, so I had to put another word there.
You're right.
And of course, there's nothing like a big dance number to take the edge off after murder, as they do in the
Yeah,
garage.
no.
Hey, man, you got to dance sometimes. You got to dance it off.
Got to dance it out, man. Dance off the sadness.
But like you guys said though, overall music, it wasn't bad. It was okay for me. Like it wasn't bad at all. But the story was good. The story again was good. If this was less music and more about the story, I think I would have.
The song. I think these songs are going to be better than the next one. I hate that.
I am
fucking
not
movie.
excited about the sound of
I
music.
hate that kids when they're lined up on the stairs. I think it was funny that Family Guy made fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate that fucking song when all the kids had to go to bed.
The only thing I'm going to get out of Sound of Music is that I am going to understand jokes about Sound of Music in every other project I ever see from now on.
That is true. That is true.
You're welcome. It came out in 1965. It's a musical.
We're going to
romance.
find all the jokes out of it.
Yeah.
And it's on Disney Plus. But it's
Oh,
a
good.
musical romance. Came out in 1965. It's 2 hours and 54
I certainly
minutes.
refuse to pay to watch
Dude,
it.
I hate musicals so much.
Oh my god!
Where
Ibrahim
I
was
watched that
amazing
movie and I was rooting for the other side, if you know what I mean.
Wow.
The people that hate music.
Movie
I was like,
weird.
just fucking blow that house up. Kill them all.
Wow.
This guy, man.
Fucking hate them.
So, but like as far as West Side Story goes, what I could find trivia wise, so the actors in the gangs, I guess they were told to play pranks on each other to kind of help keep that divisiveness
Oh, okay.
alive,
I can
like
see
the
that.
Puerto Ricans versus the whites.
Okay.
What's
weird.
crazy, like, so the film received, of course, high praise from critics and viewers and shit like that. It's the highest grossing film of 1961, nominated for 11 Academy Awards, won 10 of those,
Wow.
including Best Picture, and is the record holder for wins for a musical, and of course regarded as one of the greatest of all time.
Makes sense.
I can see that.
Like
I
I said,
guess.
without I can yeah, exactly. I can see where they're coming from.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by it at all.
I hate musicals.
It's
So.
it was the first film to win Best Director for a duo.
Wow.
Nice.
Hmm.
I'm not going to say the awards weren't deserved either because they were deserved.
No, if
It's
you're
just
into
that-
it, it's fine.
musicals aren't my type of film. It's not my type of
Oh,
thing. If it's an animated film like how Coco was, that's a little different. But like a
yeah, that is
musical,
different. That is different.
Natalie Wood couldn't snap her fingers, so they had to dub that sound.
that's
That's weird.
Could you
That's
imagine,
weird.
like,
That's her weakness. Like
Dude,
you're a good
but if
actor. You're gonna be
like,
this part. Can you snap? No, you're out.
It is. But you know what's funny? Like I read that piece of trivia before I watched the movie. So when they make that sound in the scene she's in, she's not even trying to snap her hands.
Wow, she's just
I
sitting there
was
like
looking
fuck you
for it.
guys. She's giving fingers. Like, fuck you guys. I can snap with like 3 different fingers. Like
Longest running film in French history, running for 249 weeks. Audrey Hepburn was offered the role of Maria, but turned it down because she was pregnant.
Ooh. You think it would have been because she was so popular? You think it would have skyrocketed even more?
I don't know. I don't think it worked out clearly. I mean, it may
at the time that name
Audrey Hepburn.
She was
her there. Well, I mean, Natalie Wood's not Puerto Rican.
No.
Yeah, she's not. So that's what I'm saying. But her name was like, they're like, oh, she's gonna play. We're gonna spray tan her face. And she's Maria.
The original choice to play Tony, the guy who falls in love with Maria, Elvis Presley.
Ooh.
That would have been major. I think.
That's his type of movie. That's what he does.
That would have been crazy.
Presley's manager refused because Elvis would only sing in 6 of 12 songs, and he would not have rights to the soundtrack. So he refused. The manager refused on Elvis's behalf.
He was like, "Listen, you're not paying him. Nah, if that's not his soundtrack,
Dumb
that's not
decision.
his CD.
Dumb decision.
Yeah, dumb.
Well,
not that he needed the money.
But yeah,
but
I
just
think that's more of a fact of, hey, they know how big he is and like how many records that would sell because of his musicianship.
I don't care. That goes. Maybe I don't care though. That goes into an ego that I think doesn't need to be fed.
Yeah.
If you're developing that ego, you're kind of an asshole.
I mean, are you wrong for trying to get what you're worth, though?
If you've not necessarily, but I don't know.
Well, it depends. Like if you read the script, you think in your head, you're like, "Wow, this is big. This is playing off this. This might be something big." You risk that chance. You don't sit there and like be an asshole and be like, "Nah, I'm worth billions."
If I can't own half of it, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I got to own this. I had nothing to do with this. I want to own it. It's not even my songs. I'm singing your songs because it's my voice.
I'd have to. It's hard, but it doesn't sound without hearing both sides of the coin.
Yeah,
I guess
exactly. That's true because I'm going by. I'm being biased. I'm going by me. I would never. If I'm a billionaire, I don't need the money.
The impression I got
I'm not going to be an asshole like that.
The impression I got is they were a prick about it.
Yeah, I'll be happy someone came to me like, "Yo, I want you in my movie." I'm like, "Oh shit,
are you sure?" All right.
Like I'm not going to try to take over. Like you want me?
No, it's not.
Well, Elvis. I mean, you got to remember Elvis, though. He's already crossed, 3 different bridges of stardom.
It does, but like this
is,
this wasn't his creative vision. This was the director's creative vision. People that wrote the movie.
I'm with you.
So if he gets this, and you read it, and you think it can be good, and then you're demanding basically ownership of half of it.
But once again, on his side, it didn't hurt him at all.
And I'm the reason they're going to buy these albums and come watch your movie. That's how he's thinking of it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, then again, did it ever? I wonder if it ever even got to him. I'm just saying that because it could be one of those things.
His management just
could have been just his manager.
Yeah.
And his manager could have did all this. So you never
know. Punched him in the face afterwards. Like, why didn't you tell me about this movie, motherfucker?
That's probably happened uncountable times.
Yeah. I was gonna say, that could be the good and bad of having that manager, though. Because say if you are that person who, I don't know how Elvis was, but say he was somebody who was passionate about maybe acting and music, obviously music, but would have maybe done this role for, say if he did it cheaper or whatever, and this, that, and the third, and say the movie bombed. And then like, oh, that could hurt his legacy. That can hurt his career.
I heard he liked the acting better. He did so many movies. Like
I think if you're a good manager,
I'm just saying, just in that term, and then in the manager's mind, it's, oh shit, you signed me up for this film. You told me to do this film. I can get fired being your manager, so I have to block away some of these things, and then certain roles or certain things that I know you'll knock out of the park. And on top of that, you're gonna get, let's just say $100 million, which means I'm gonna get $12 million. Yeah, this is what you're gonna go for. This one you might not get. This one you.
But
may
I
get
think part of being a good manager is presenting it to your client
Yeah.
and telling them your opinion and why.
Yeah,
True,
a
but
lot of times
again, to
that's
be
got to be stipulated in the contract when you hire the manager, though, because the
Yeah.
manager's
Not only
trying
that,
to take as
That's
much
true,
control
because
as
here,
they
I'm going
can.
to tell you right now, this day and age, I had a manager and someone came up to him, I can be in a Marvel movie, but he goes, I can't, no, I want him to get this. They're like, no, then he's going to pass. And if they come back to me like, yo, you could have been in a Marvel movie, I will fuck him up.
Yeah. I think you lay out everything there for sure,
Yeah.
but you gotta leave the final decision up to the
Yep.
talent.
Yep.
I don't give a
But-
fuck. I was like a
Again,
fucking a no-armed fucking rat in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, listen, motherfucker, I'm in Marvel.
Yeah,
I don't
no, I
care.
hear you. But I was gonna say though, just to play.
I'd be in a Marvel movie for free at this point, just for
Hell
fun.
As long as I can wear my shirt with my logo on it, so people can see it and buy it and turn this into the podcast.
There's no
Shit.
super sturdy. I don't think they care about that.
Hey, that's fine. Oh, what's that Sir Sturdy shirt? Yo, Captain America, throw this shirt on. Yo, Tony, throw this shirt on. Boom, everybody wants it. That's it.
You especially won't get Tony. That motherfucker just wears suits if he's not in an Iron Man.
Well, that fucker's dead. That fucker's dead. now.
I'll put the logo on the front of the Iron Man suit. Shit.
Is there a rumor that bringing them back?
I don't know.
I think
Because
it's
I
like
see-
Well, the
No,
rumor
I
was
see something there's
rumor was Tom
for-
Cruise was playing an Iron Man variant in
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, but I don't know.
well, supposedly, I don't believe it, but
Rumor
If
has
they're
it.
gonna bring him back, bring him back.
Yeah, or me.
I don't think
Doctor
they're
Strange
bringing
can
him
be the
back.
one.
I think he's gonna have messages left behind, kind of like his dad did, and I think he's gonna have some type of integration with like the AI, like Jarvis, to help
I can see that.
Maybe
Spider-Man,
flashbacks.
whatever.
Jarvis
Yeah,
is like the Alfred for Batman.
Yeah, but in his image, because Jarvis was supposed to be him in AI, so
Yeah,
But Jarvis became
Vision.
Vision.
yeah, that's true.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
West Side
To their credit, they've planned out a decade ahead. So who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
Correct.
Anything else about these two films, gentlemen?
So how do we find the link? What's the link? How do they correspond? How do they relate?
Besides being Spanish, of course.
Yeah.
I mean,
Singing, dance. The
West Side
dad.
Story is clearly a musical. Coco revolves around music, so I think that's the big one.
Acceptance.
Acceptance.
Oh,
Acceptance.
That's a good one.
Because
yeah, that is good.
Miguel's family doesn't accept him for the music and all that until he goes through all those trials and tribulations. And then with the two gangs, like even though those two were in love or falling in love from the opposite,
By the way, the
They were
ending is
reported to
fucking
girl.
stupid. Like
It
they
is.
are
I hated
sure they take the guy away that shoots Tony.
Mhm.
They literally let everybody else just walk away, like nothing
Yeah.
happened.
Welcome
Yep.
to the 60s.
Yeah.
They're like, get out of here before I take you all downtown.
The
They're like,
70s was
"Okay."
even worse. Go look up the history of the 70s in the Bronx, the 60s and the 70s in the Bronx.
But yeah, with acceptance, like with those towards the end of the film, especially during that whole scene, I feel like they started to accept each other a lot more. And of course, with Miguel's family and Coco, they accepted him for the music and all that, and it ended up turning into this whole beautiful thing at the end. West Side Story, not so much with the beautiful thing at the end, but
Yeah.
you still got that.
I thought she was gonna blow her own brains out like Romeo and Juliet type shit. Like when I first seen this, I'm saying
Yeah.
not now. I was sitting there like, oh, she got the gun. I was like, she's gonna shoot herself. I was like, here it comes. But it didn't happen. I was like, okay, never mind.
Oh, I felt good. That felt good. That's fine.
Fucking gross.
But yeah, fuck musicals. My true self would have gave this a 2,
Okay.
but
Agreed.
story
I'm sticking
story
with my
without
4.
the musical and the dancing.
Do
I'll
we
stick
have
with the
another
2.
musical? This is the first time I think on Popcorn and Punch we had back-to-back
I'm
musicals.
not
I'm
happy
sticking
about it.
with my 4. I predict my Sound of Music will be less.
See.
It's better than having 4 musicals in a row.
I can't imagine anything worse than Cats, but
You've never seen this though.
Cats
I haven't
too?
seen this.
Really?
Since I was a kid.
hashtag release the asshole cut.
Yeah,
No,
Cats.
Cats is horrible. I
Cats
think that is the
God
worst
awful.
musical.
And
I've
it was
seen
the
so
new
far.
one too. I bet you the old. Never mind. I'm not
Have
gonna
you
say it.
guys ever seen Repo, the genetic opera?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
I love that fucking movie. Love that
Never seen it.
musical. It's
Never
it's
seen
a horror musical. It's a gory
I have
Yeah,
musical.
it is. It's a horror musical.
telling you, man. I've been trying to get you to put it on the wheel for like.
Yo, anybody ever watch Freaknik?
No.
Mm-mm.
That's funny as shit.
Is it a musical?
Aaron, you'll like that one. You'll like that. Kind of, but it was on a Cartoon Network. It was it's a movie called Freaknik.
Interesting.
Look it up. I think it has like Snoop Dogg in it, maybe.
Nice.
I love Snoop. I'm in.
Yeah, you should check it out. It's funny.
Nice. You guys ready to wrap this up? Like,
Yeah.
bacon on a hot dog?
I want to go to bed.
Here you go. Burrito.
Watch Rick and Morty.
Like an empanada.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to see this funny ass guy, come watch him game. His name's the worst damn gamer ever. You can find him on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. He's got tons of shit on TikTok for you. Go send him a like. Hit the bell. Hit the notifications. Subscribe. Super dope. Tons of content. He's here on this podcast. He's here on Horror with Sir Sturdy. He's got his own shit coming up tonight at midnight as well, called The Midnight Matinee. He's going over the Age of Ultron movie, next one in the MCU, which you guys are loving, so enjoy it. You can also go check out our boy Dreams the Creator. Pretty much anything you need digitally, whether it's audio or visual, he's your guy for it. He can teach you how to do it. He can set you up with some lessons. He can do it for you. He can film your wedding, capture those beautiful moments, and make them even more beautiful. Yes, I said even more beautiful. You let him know Worst Damn Gamer and Horror or Sir Sturdy sent you. He's going to hook you up with a decent price. So good at scary. Our boy Kyle up in Canada's running that one. If you are an independent artist, you got something that's 30 minutes or less, whether it's a short film, a trailer, whatever you want, we can drop it in there. You can get it reviewed on Horror with Sir Sturdy. Also, go check out his TikTok. Tons of cool interactive content that's all horror based. So if you're down with it, you're a horror head, you're going to want to go there and you're going to want to engage. Our next host here on the Z Network you can check out is Joe of Any Last Words. She has a Patreon. She just started a horror magazine. She does origin stories. She does ghost stories. She does horrible recipes. Not horrible in the scope of they taste bad. Horrible as in they're gruesome and they're horror related. You can find her on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and go check out her TikTok as well.
And then you can hop on over to Horror with Sir Sturdy, people, every Tuesday and Thursday, live at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Just go to horrorwithsirsturdy.com and you will get everything. You will get every single thing. You'll get everywhere I'm at. You can just click any of those links I'm at. Go everywhere. But go to horrorwithsirsturdy.com and you'll get all my stuff. I promise you guys that. Now, every Saturday, as you guys know, we review 2 films. We try to connect them. This Saturday, we just had Coco and West Side Story. Next Saturday, we have The Sound of Music and Outcast. And we'll be reviewing those 2 films at 9 o'clock. It's off the hate wheel. There's going to be a lot of anger, rage, swearing, bunch of nonsense.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be, I'll tell you what, you guys are going to have more fun watching the episode than we had watching both of these films. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I'm going to love every minute of that Nick Cage movie.
You guys are going to have way more fun overall watching this next episode than we will watching these 2 films next week. So tune in for that at 9 o'clock. Stories from a Bar, everywhere you listen to podcasts, including Facebook, including Instagram, including Twitter, and YouTube. Go check it out. It's an awesome podcast. You love alcohol and music. You love breweries.
Yep.
Capital Region, 518, local breweries. Check it out. You ever want to visit the Capital Region, like, hey, where can I get a nice brew from? You listen to this podcast, you'll get some good local music, and you'll get some great breweries with some great food as well. So check out Stories from a Bar. Deep Focus Cinema is a deep dive on cinema. Check that out. And everybody who was here, watching in the past, present, well,
Pickle Rick!
Pickle Rick!
Thanks for popping by. And
I want to hear Aaron's reactions to watching Rick and Morty. That's what I want to hear.
I got to watch it first. I have to watch a few episodes of that shit. Probably be high.
Go do it tonight.
Dude, I fucking love that show. I've watched it already, and now I found out about it like a year ago, and I've watched every single season twice already.
I don't know how many seasons there are, but
5.
I think I haven't seen the last 1 or 2.
5.
I can't promise I'll watch it tonight. I actually know I'm not going to watch it tonight because I'm about to be doing a podcast with
Fuck you, man. I'm coming for you.
What are you guys doing?
Coming for you.
Yeah, Age of Ultron tonight. With Mick, actually.
Nice.
I'm going to have a snack and go to bed after this.
That's what she said.
Very looking forward to that.
Excuse me.
Swapping on over, swap over, baby. Swap on over, baby. Hey, don't you know Pickle Rick's got it going on? Yes, I do.
Pickle Rick!
You guys ready for this fantastic?
I'm pickly.
Piece of garbage.
Oh shit, there's a Nazi flag in the movie.
Start selling online with Shopify, the e-commerce platform that's trusted by millions of businesses
Get that ad,
worldwide.
bitch.
Yeah!
Build your online store without any
that
coding or
ad.
design
I'm
experience.
Pickle Rick.
I'm too distracted by Pickle Rick.
There is a family near Salzburg that needs a governess until September. To take care of seven children.
Seven children.
Do you like children, Maria?
You say that like there was birth control back then.
I will tell Captain to expect you tomorrow.
This could have easily been on the white wheel too.
A retired officer of the Imperial Navy. A fine
Sister
man.
Act is the black version of this.
Stop.
Well, it's just because of Whoopi. That's how black she is.
How many dresses does a governess need?
Not for me, for the children. I want to make them some play clothes.
Well, trapped children don't play.
She'd look better with longer hair.
There's a Von Trapp brewery.
For the children!
Yes. Look at you.
I'm
Make that
the boss.
correlation, my friend. Which one do you want us to be, my Morty? Huh?
Hope a fucking tractor runs them down.
My children have grown up outside,
That would be pretty
dressed
morbid.
up in nothing but some old drapes.
I'm having a marvelous time.
This looks like boring as shit.
Fuck.
Much more.
Why did they send you
You're
back?
gonna love it.
They didn't send me back.
Love it.
I left. Is it true, Fräulein Maria? Is it coming back? I can't face this again.
There's nothing more irresistible to a man than a woman's
So
love.
long. Good
Love
night.
with him, of course. What makes it so nice is he thinks he's in love with you.
I could have been in that fucking.
There were times when we would look at each other. Oh, Mother, I can't breathe.
Are you in love with him?
Never felt that way before.
Love. Fuck no.
Maria, you have to live the life you were born.
Chris, are you okay over there?
I'm fucking bored.
You look like you got a Pickle Rick stuck up your ass!
Young lady, I think, will never be a nun.
I can't be a nun. I want your dick.
Oh man.
Did somebody say Pickle Rick?
Jesus.
Aren't you guys excited?
No.
Not even a little bit?
I stand at attention at all times, sir.
Dude, no lying. Every scene, I was thinking of ways how they all died. That's why I boarded out the tractor. I hope a tractor runs them down.
Why do you want people to die?
I just, they are annoying me.
Here we go with this fucking shit.
Here we go.
This is gonna be better. Here we go.
This one's getting a 9 out of 10.
We do God's will.
There are
women and children in there.
You know what? If I'm remembering correctly, this is one of his, even Nicolas Cage's worst ranked movies of all time.
I never heard of
Wow.
This throne is my birthright.
Jesus, yell over it.
it. Yeah.
Oh no.
Summon my baby brother.
Because he knows you're strong. You have to help us.
In the Silver Mountains, there's said to be bandits who despise your brother and his men.
I will have what is mine. How'd you find me, lad?
You were his friend.
First punch, I'm like, why am I naked?
Alongside one another.
You're the outlaw they call the White Ghost.
I am the White Ghost.
If we escape my brother, I will be the king. I will give you a reward.
How old are you? 10?
14!
If you save this boy, God will forgive you.
I think the weirdest part about this is it looks like it was a high budget
They
movie.
do not know God's will, and when they pretend, it ends in blood.
not, I'll drink too.
They call him the White Ghost because he's the only white guy in the town that he's wearing his hood.
It's because he forgot he wasn't.
Although, as compared to the Sound of Music, I bet I give that a much, much high rating. Probably higher than it deserves.
Actually, that looks like a type of movie I like.
Yeah, I'm into that
Morty,
stuff.
Let's get the hell out of here before they review this shitbag.
I'm gonna watch Rick and Morty while I have a snack before I go to bed.
Aaron's happy about this.
He is. He should be.
All right, I'm gonna get
this
this.
Is all his fault.
Outcast. Oh my god, I'm not excited about that fucking thing. Not at all. What do you rate it, James?
Outcast, the trailer, got me interested a little. I'll give it a down the middle. I'll say 5.
I'm giving the trailer a 6. I'm interested enough to see how this plays out. At no point in time after the 90s was flashing the name Nick Cage a big deal. Star Wars people hate Hayden Christensen because of it. Because Star Wars fans are just assholes to begin with. Not that those movies were good, but that's the kind of mentality they keep. But I am just, and plus your Cage Rage almost makes me want to give it a 7 just to piss you off.
As much as I respect that, Chris, fuck you for that. That's one. Because I would do the same thing.
I'm also into that kind of medieval.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Me too.
Sci-fi stuff. So I'm kind of interested to see.
And it don't look like he's the main character.
No.
Just seeing his face pisses me off. And then
he's clearly playing a white guy in a fish out of water medieval story.
Seeing him in this type of movie, I can't even take the fucking movie serious. Like if he wasn't in this movie,
hard to do. It's ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous.
What the fuck, man? We've been getting some fucked up shit these past. Well, no, this week was actually the best. Just think between this week and last week and next week, this was actually the best overall week we're gonna have. That's crazy.
We don't know that yet.
Yes, the fuck we do.
We don't. The Sound of Music might shock you.
Well, the thing is Christian James absolutely hate musicals. James has seen The Sound of Music before. He already said he hated it. So that's automatically going to get a bad rating.
Yep.
Trailer
to me, I hated that whole trailer. It's a 0.
That's how I feel about the fucking Outcast trailer. It's a fucking 0. Sound of Music, I'll give a 6.
You're just basing it off of Nick Cage. If Nick Cage wasn't in it in the trailer, you probably would have gave the trailer like a 6.
4. If he wasn't in it. But no, I'm gonna give Sound of Music a 2 for the trailer. And Outcast, I'm gonna give that a 0.
I'm gonna give Sound of Music a 1. It just was boring as shit. I'm like, is there even a story here? I don't get it. It looks awful. It looks like it's gonna be the longest, I'm sure, 2 hours of my life.
Oh, 3. I think it's like 3.5.
Of course it fucking is.
2 hours and 54 minutes.
I'm gonna make it 0. I'm giving the trailer a fucking 0 now because of that. I'm already angry. You've ruined how I'm gonna sleep tonight.
The good thing is, though, this is a movie you said you were trying to stay away from for your whole life, and because of your good friend Aaron, you get to see it now. You're welcome.
And you get to suffer a Nick Cage movie because of it.
That's true. It's almost worth it, though.
It is almost fucking 3 hours. Son of a bitch.
Damn.
That is clearly 2 hours much longer than it needs to be.
You haven't seen it yet, Chris. You never know.
I'm sure.
I've seen this multiple times as a kid. I used to kind of like it, actually. I don't know how I'm going to feel of it as an adult. But for whatever reason, I enjoyed it as a kid.
That was one of the most boring movie trailers I've ever seen in my life.
You're not wrong. That was a pretty boring trailer. What about you, Puerto Rican Pickle?
Well, this Puerto Rican Pickle is going to give The Sound of Music a 1.
And what about Outcast?
Now this is where it gets interesting. As you all know who have seen my show, I love going through time. I've actually destroyed a timeline with Nick Cage in it.
I wish.
I'm going to give this one a 6.
Okay.
I do want to see it, and I don't mind Hayden Christensen.
I don't want to see it, but I have to. So you'll see next Saturday how we feel about these films. Have a great night. Thanks for popping by, and peace, peace, peace.
I'm Pickle Rick!
And by next Saturday, I mean tomorrow. Yeah, that was fun.
I'm back.
Back again.
Just this pretty old Puerto Rican over here. I guess that's it for now, guys.
That is it.
Yeah, that's it.
Come back and watch the Midnight Matinee at 12 a.m. That is in an hour and a half, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
got everything all ready for you guys, so come on down. Mick Manhattan from the Steam Stops is going to be joining me and Sturdy reviewing Age of Ultron. I'll see you guys in a few. Remember,